a lot of things that are made on the island, and we should be proud of that. In terms of federal funding, we've been upgrading our facilities. You already know about what Norberto Negron talked about, the importance of the ports, airports, and roads on the island, and how those will help us to achieve a better condition for the future. And one of the issues regarding statehood is actually being under the American flag in the IRS as part of the nation, not a separate country, not a foreign country for some taxation issues, will help us bring more companies to be on the island. I believe the sixth part of the package includes the Puerto Rico veterans and history of military service. I believe it's important just to share that more than 235,000 Puerto Rican soldiers have served and fought in every U.S. military conflict since World War I. That today, there are nearly 80,000 to 100,000 veterans.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
But they don't have the same rights under the flag in Puerto Rico. They don't receive the same treatment after coming from the theater of war, and that's something that we need to fix. Statehood will be the perfect medicine, the perfect way to better the island, not just in economic development, but in rights. You get citizenship, but you cannot vote for the president. You get the citizenship, but you cannot elect two senators to fight for you. I was here, and I got a voice, and you know I got a good voice, but it was not enough. It was not enough every time we were going to vote for something that I couldn't vote. What kind of representation is that? And yet, I heard people that love to speak in the floor, but get nothing done. They couldn't even get a tour for the students that were coming today here. If you check all websites for members of Congress, it says that part of the constituent services is providing tours from people visiting the Capitol building. Is one of the works of the resident commissioner and members of Congress. And we asked for some tours for the people that were visiting, like those kids coming from the island, and many of you that were coming from the island. And not even that they can accommodate. So that can tell you we cannot allow that kind of discrimination just because you support statehood, not because you want equality. Services and rights should be the same to all. Having said that, why statehood? There's many reasons. You can talk about women, you can talk about families. Right now, I just came from the Department of Housing, meeting with the Secretary of Housing, talking about the cost of living on the island, talking about how
SWB audio capture, not registered.
are considering the calculation of those. In the case of Puerto Rico, they're all different. And we need to continue to fight all those small items that make Puerto Rico different. We don't want to be different. We want to have the same rules, the same benchmarks, so we can allow Puerto Rico to prosper. And when you don't have Social Security income, when your income limits for benefits in housing are different, when the Medicaid Advantage are 22% lower than the U.S. Virgin Islands, 45% below of the United States, that mainland, that means that you're being discriminated. Those issues may finish when we become a state. There's a lot to fix with just one option. And I want to say thank you for coming here. Thank you for making these visits, to take your time and allow us to visit many members of Congress. Every 2 years, there's a change in Congress. That means there's a new member coming, and we need to educate those members. If you've got questions, let us know to the PRAFA team. The reason we are doing this is not political. There's a law on the island that says that statehood is the public policy of the island of Puerto Rico, and as a governor, I will support it. I will make it happen. I'm not going to be shy. I'm not going to be hiding for our responsibility. The people voted for that, and we should respect the vote of the island. When I heard people talking about voting and respecting diversity, let's respect the votes of the people of the island. That's a clear mandate to finalize, to finish this situation that has been crippling not just the economy, but the dreams and aspirations of many Puerto Ricans.
SWB audio capture, not registered.
Keynote speaker or the lunch? Keynote speaker first? Okay. I want to say thank you. Again, make any questions do you want. Let's celebrate the 250th anniversary of America during this year, and let's make those visits. I will tell you, while I was here, many members, Republicans and Democrats, supported different bills, but they endorsed. Reflecting the will of the island by votes. More people voted for statehood than for me or any elected official on the island. We need to respect that. It's not that I was elected, I don't care if you were elected or not. And we need to have that kind of wisdom and separate the will of the people, even if you don't.